Andy, quick turnaround again on the road again this weekend. How's the squad looking after Tuesday night?
Yeah, squad looking fine. No fatigue in the squad really. Everyone's looking good. We've got a full squad available now. Maybe not Lawsy, who felt a slight twinge in his thigh, but the rest of the squad's fine. Yeah, all recovered really well, all looking bright. We're ready for a tough Southport game.
So both encounters against Southport last year, we left it late. Max, he got both winners as it was. Both were really tough games, weren't they?
Yeah, real tough games against an organised side. Jim's got the really organised. I say both tough games. 1-0, 1-0. Max Coogan got both. So really expecting a tough battle. Like I said, with organised, they're a big side. They try and play through at times, so we have to be careful of that, how we approach the game. But we've been watching them, and hopefully we know how to nullify that.
Yeah, Dents was saying a big side. He said stood in the tunnel with his size looking up like that. They are that kind of side, aren't they?
Yeah, again, they're a big robust side, so we've got to match that physicality first and foremost, and then hopefully get on the ball after that. But whatever side will pull out, they'll do the job. And like I say, they look at set pieces, long throws, so we've got to switch on for all that.
Big pitch as well at Hague Avenue as well. Does that come into your thinking this weekend? Because it's a lot bigger than quite a lot of grounds we play in the season.
We just literally about how big it was, yeah. It is a big pitch, and like I say, if you can utilise it well, because usually the pitch is quite good there as well. It's not a bad pitch surface, so yeah, hopefully we can use that to our strengths. But yeah, first and foremost, we'll deal with that physicality. Yeah, big pitch, always a nice pitch at Southport as well. Like I said, we have to stand up to them first and foremost, physicality wise, and then go from there. Hopefully we've got a lot of ability on our side that will help us. So lots of thought process going on, who to play, and just got to manage the squad really.
I suppose you're probably really happy with particularly the second half on Tuesday and how we take that performance forward, especially attacking wise.
Yeah, again, we've been good in certain parts of every game. Not had a full, complete performance yet, and again, still not all there. But there were signs where we picked up the balls in good areas, a little bit more front foot, a little bit more progressive in his play. So, for a manager and a staff, it's really pleasing that we got that side of it into his game. It's just a case on building on that now. With message to the players is again, keep building, because we'll keep getting better if we keep replicating it. And they're doing the same things out in the training, and it's now just get on the pitch. And I think on the second half, we saw a team that was organised, but also willing to play off the structure and willing to play to patterns.
And a little bit freedom-wise, they felt like obviously once you got the one goal and then the goal early in the second half, it was just go out and express yourself, I guess.
Yeah, we had that little licence after a couple of goals to make a few subs as well, which did really well. And again, coming to your thought process for this game here. But yeah, once you had the second goal, you could see a little bit of weight lift off the shoulders. I said around there was a bit of anxiousness throughout the stadium and the players, which showed. But once you got the goal and once we all knew where we were going, it was a little bit more free. Players can start trying things which we know they can do. It's just having that freedom a bit earlier on.
It shows when that anxiety kind of lifts what the players are all about, and it just sometimes needs something, doesn't it, in a game just to lift that from the spectators, I guess.
Yeah, well, it comes from us to lift that as well with our play. We ask the supporters to support us, whatever, but ultimately it comes down to us on the pitch to get people on the edge of the seats. I said on pre-match before, it's about us getting people off the seats and on their feet to try and encourage them to support us. And I think once that little bit of a feeling of don't want to make a mistake just in case, and we get a freedom of that. I've made a mistake, but I'll react to it anyway. So we've got to get that into a fine balance with that, because we don't want to be too expansive, especially away from home. Where I keep saying, you keep picking points away from home, we'll be thereabouts.
We saw a little bit of Carlton on Tuesday night. How's he come through them minutes?
Really good. He's had a good training session today as well. Most of the players who played had a recovery session, but the rest had a real good session. Looks sharp. He's coming in contention. He looked good on the pitch as well. I think again you saw someone who wants to impress, because he knows he's had quite a lot of time out now. He's not had a good run of games. He's missed a few. and he wants to show people what he can do. He wants to show fans what he can do, and more importantly himself, because he knows he can do it. He's just been held back by a slight growing bursitis, and for now it's just, we could have held him back for a little bit longer, but I thought it was a right opportunity to play him, and I think it did him good mentally.
Is he going to be one where you're going to have to kind of manage him in that aspect, and also don't try and do too much to try and impress or try and, show what he can do too quickly, I guess?
Yeah, we've got to get a reins on him a little bit. He wants to go 90 minutes right now, but it's all about building him up into a bigger picture and making sure he's ready for us if needed for 90 minutes. And yeah, not get on a pitch and trying things he wouldn't do naturally. Just get on the pitch, back to your normal game. We know you're a good player, otherwise you won't be here. So just show us what we can do, what we know you can do. Don't have to be that player that you're not. And I think he'll help the side because he's got that raw aggression and that raw pacing behind.
So speak about raw as well. Sam Fishburne did really well. I suppose now you've got obviously Danny doing well, working hard off the ball and things like that. You've got 3 strikers there that really want to knuckle down and make it work for them this season. Yeah,
I thought Danny was excellent the other day, and I've questioned Danny over certain bits where he obviously threw it on the ground, but I thought he saw on Tuesday a real solid Danny Whitehall who ran the show up front. Sorry, he was running the channels along with young Sam Fishburne. He was good. They worked together really well. I think they complemented each other quite well as well, in terms of one going for header, one doing the dirty work, the other one picking up second ball. So it was key for us to have a point to build from, and I thought they did really well. And the team actually got up the pitch higher because the 2 centre forwards were actually retaining more.
I suppose the positive there is if you pull Alfie back, but he's still got in a position to score a goal. So even though he's not leading the line with Danny, you can still get in them positions.
Yeah, well, Alfie and Cal are both in those positions there where they did occupy their 2 holding midfielders, and when you run off the back of them, it's difficult to mark, especially a late runner similar to a Lampard where you arrive in the box late. So yeah, Alfie's been in that centre forward role, and he's come across in games. I think Kidderminster has scored, I think, across the near post, but he's also there as a deeper player when we decided to drag him back a little bit, and he can do both roles really well. Alfie's got an unbelievable talent, and I think when you watch Alfie in a game, the way he plays the ball is so impressive.
Just finally on the fans, I think our Southport earlier 250-ish sold. So another healthy following, considering we're coming up to the busy period, a lot of games, Christmas period. People all start to think these things, don't they?
No, again, amazing support we've got. 250 to Southport, it's a long journey, and we know it is. We really appreciate it. Again, keep saying hopefully we can give them a performance that thanks them for it. Keep saying it's not always going to be the easiest ride, but hopefully we can get through it. It's not always going to be the most complete performance we get, but we will all the time give 100% to the cause, because we know how much it means to the fans.